What did you see that you definitely weren't supposed to see? I grew up thinking my family was the perfect definition of a happy, healthy household. My parents rarely fought. They'd been married for over 20 years, and to everyone, especially me, they seemed like a solid, loving couple. That's why what happened shattered everything I thought I knew. I was 16 at the time. One afternoon I came home early from school because my last class was canceled. It was a sunny day, and I remember walking into the house feeling good. But as I walked upstairs to my room, I noticed my parents' bedroom door was cracked open, which was odd because my mom wasn't home. I peeked inside. That's when my world collapsed. My dad was in bed with another woman. I froze, my brain scrambling to process what I was seeing. They didn't notice me at first, but I must have made a noise because my dad suddenly looked up. When our eyes met, his face twisted into a mix of shock and panic. I couldn't speak. I just turned and walked out of the house. My chest felt tight, and it was like the ground beneath me had disappeared. I ended up sitting at a nearby park for hours, replaying the scene in my head over and over. Later that night, my dad called me, begging me not to say anything. He told me it was just a mistake and swore it would never happen again. But I couldn't lie to my mom. She deserved to know. I told her that night, and the look on her face broke me. She didn't yell or cry. She just went completely still. The next day, she confronted my dad, and their marriage unraveled almost immediately. Within a week, she filed for divorce. The fallout was brutal. My dad moved out. My mom barely spoke to him except through lawyers, and I felt like I was caught in the middle of a storm I didn't create, but somehow unleashed. For a long time, I blamed myself for ruining the family, even though I know now the blame wasn't mine to carry. It's been years, and I barely speak to my dad anymore. My mom eventually rebuilt her life, but the cracks in my perception of family never fully healed.